Hey everyone, it's Job. I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to show you a simple yet effective traveler's notebook setup for people who want to use the traveler's notebook as a planner, as well as a setup for new users who may be a little bit intimidated with the traveler's notebook system. So we're going to be using 3 inserts in total and 1 leather zipper pocket pouch, which I guess is an insert as well. And let me show you the cover that we're using for today. We are using the Olive Edition Traveler's Notebook from Traveler's Company. This was a limited edition notebook that was released a few years ago, but you can use the Traveler's Notebook size and color that you want. But for this one, we are using the olive one, and I'm actually creating this setup for my sister who owns this notebook, and she's actually a pretty casual user of traveler's notebooks, and she wants to actually transition all her planning to the traveler's notebook system. So I'm setting this up for her so she can use it for 2021. In terms of inserts, we're using 3 notebook inserts, and the 2 inserts that are blue are actually the weekly inserts, and then the orange insert is a month calendar insert. And lastly, we have the leather zipper pouch. This is from 1.61 Soft Goods in collaboration with Baum-kuchen Studios. I believe this is sold out, but Baum-kuchen has a lot of amazing zipper pouches that they sell that are actually collaborations with a different company called The Superior Labor. But you can use a plastic zipper pouch or any other pocket pouch that you can fit into your traveler's notebook. I really recommend the zipper pouch because you can fit a lot of things in it, and it's very multi-use because you can actually use the back as a wallet or even as a pencil case if you don't mind making your traveler's notebook quite thick. This specific 1.61 Soft Goods cover actually has 3 pockets that you can include business cards or washi tape samples if you're into that, and there's also a secretarial pocket on the front flap which you can include other different types of notes that you want to include, as well as other ephemera that you collect from your travels, or you can put your planning supplies too. So that's why I highly recommend this, because it turns your traveler's notebook, which doesn't normally have pockets unless you've purchased one that has pockets, and adds a lot more storage space for your traveler's notebook. My favorite part of a traveler's notebook setup is actually personalizing the inserts that are inside my traveler's notebook. I usually decorate mine with stickers and washi tapes and other ephemera that I have collected over the years, especially for my travels. But for this specific case, my sister actually wanted to repurpose these wrapping papers, which has her favorite Korean boy band, which is newest, and there are different illustrations of the different members on this wrapping paper. So we just decided that we would cover her notebooks, or at least 2 of her notebooks, with this wrapping paper, which actually adds a lot of personality to this traveler's notebook setup, and also covers up the colors of these weekly inserts, because not everyone's favorite color is orange like mine, but luckily this yellow paper matches my sister's favorite color, which is yellow. So this setup was a little bit more in line with her aesthetic, and I think this actually turned out great. And I think this is a great way to use up some fun pattern papers that you might be hoarding, because you can repurpose them and make a new cover for your inserts. I also recommend using a tape runner because it makes the whole wrapping process a lot easier. The original Traveler's Notebook system created by Traveler's Company is notorious for being a little bit finicky when you have multiple Traveler's Notebook inserts. So there's only 2 elastics. Technically, there's only 1 elastic running in the center of the notebook, so you might need connecting bands or different elastic bands to connect different notebooks together. As I am showing you right now, I'm connecting these 2 notebook inserts together by just putting the covers together and opening the insert to the center of the notebook where the saddle stitch binding is exposed, and I'm putting an elastic. This is actually a Traveler's Company brand elastic, but you can just use any other elastic band that you have, and I am sealing or connecting these 2 notebooks together. And now I'm gonna slip this actual notebook, or these 2 notebooks, underneath the main elastic. I like to make sure that the connector band that I'm using, specifically the ones from Traveler's Company, is all smooth because they are quite thick and you don't want to add unnecessary bulk or kinking in your notebook. But I like to actually start by adding my zipper pouch. In my case, this is a leather zipper pouch. I'm showing you that you can include the zipper pouch in many different ways, but I like actually having my zipper pouch kind of act as a sandwich between my two or my three notebook inserts. So that's my first layer, and then I include my second layer, which is the two notebooks connected by an elastic, and the last notebook just goes in through the center band. And as you can see, you can actually fit 4 inserts and even more if you wanted to actually add more elastics to your traveler's notebooks and get a little bit creative with how to attach it to the center elastic band. But that pretty much completes the outside of the traveler's notebook. To add more functionality to this notebook setup, I added a matching pen loop, which is also olive, that was released at the same time as this traveler's notebook. And then we only added a fun notch charm from Traveler's Company, which has some blues and yellows and reds, which kind of match the overall color scheme of this traveler's notebook. We also added the olive edition brass pen to make the whole setup match, and overall I think this is a pretty functional setup for someone who wants a month view and a week view for their planning. The only draw side to this setup is that it doesn't have a daily view, but if you don't need a daily view, I think this is a great setup because you get a lot of planning space and you also have room to store your different supplies in the zipper pocket. I hope you enjoyed this setup, and I hope this gave you a little inspiration to start planning in a traveler's notebook. If you want more traveler's notebook setups, please let me know, and please check the description bar for any important information. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you do so, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.